Hey guys, this week you're going to talk about plants as food makers, which really means we're looking at the structure of the leaf blade. So you're going to be looking at the leaf blade this week. I have sent you a copy in the mail, a worksheet where you have to identify all the different parts of the structure of the leaf. So the leaf blade is very structured, as are all parts of organisms, as you've been learning in science this year. I hope that you've picked up on that. The structure of an organism really determines its function. So I want you to think about that. What is the structure of the different parts? What are they called? How are they organized? And what are their functions? So that's what you're going to look at this week. You have a reading and a color plate in the mail. And then I want you in classroom to fill out a worksheet that describes the functions that you've learned about each part. So there's a waxy cuticle that protects the leaf blade from moisture. There's an upper epidermis layer that secretes the waxy cuticle. There's the mesophyll section where all the chloroplasts are primarily found. And remember, chloroplasts are the little green structures that do the photosynthesis, make the food in the plant using sunlight. There's a vascular bundle that moves the food that's made by the spongy and the palisade mesophyll layer, the sugars that are made. The vascular bundle moves that food and also moves water from the roots to the leaves. And then there's a lower epidermal layer that is really specific in that it has openings that are guarded by cells called guard cells. And those openings are super important in the process of photosynthesis. So that's how I want you to look a little deeper at that this week. I want you to identify the structure of the leaf blade, and then I want you to also learn about guard cells and the stomate or the stomata, which are the openings that the guard cells make that allow gas exchange to occur in the leaf. So this is how the carbon dioxide from the air gets into the leaf for photosynthesis to take place, and how oxygen is released from that byproduct of photosynthesis, and how water is released from the plant that actually comes from the roots through the xylem into the leaf blade where it's used in photosynthesis, and then it's released through the stomata. So they're really cool. There's also a microscope activity that goes along with this, and this activity, let's see, it's a little further along here. This microscope activity, you do a leaf peel for the underside of a leaf, and I'll show, there's a worksheet in classroom that I'll give you that you can do that leaf peel. And then if you've ordered that microscope kit, which should be coming out this week, I think they're just about ready from Ace Hardware, then you can actually do that leaf peel and look at those stomata. It's pretty interesting to look at, actually. So those are the two main activities that I want you to do. I want you to look at the structure of the leaf and really learn and understand the structure of the leaf, making note that the chloroplasts are found in the mesophyll area, those cells. And then I want you to understand and learn about the stomate, that opening that allows for gas exchange to occur. Now, there are a couple more activities this week, digging deeper. If you want to do this for the accelerated class, you could do this if you're in the regular biology class as well, but digging a little deeper into chloroplasts, there's a video here, and then just learning about the thylakoid membrane, the grana, and the stoma, and just looking at chloroplasts. I'd like for you to write an explanation of how chloroplasts and those parts work together to create that product of photosynthesis called sugar that is so useful for life on Earth. Again, chloroplasts are the little green structures, little green sacs that contain the chlorophyll, which is the pigment that interacts with light. And that interaction of that pigment with light is what starts the photosynthesis process, which is many, many steps or chemical reactions that take place that end up taking carbon dioxide from the air, water from the xylem, putting together that sugar, high energy sugar molecule, and releasing oxygen. It's a multi-step process, and it occurs in a couple different stages. So you can dig a little deeper into that. It's pretty fascinating. And then also, I have included an interest in our current times activity. So looking at gas exchange in humans. So it is a biology class, and I thought it would be really interesting to look at a video on how does gas exchange occur in humans. And you might have talked about it in 7th grade life science, but if you haven't, it's really important to review that. So looking at those alveoli that are little tiny cells at the end of the bronchial tubes that actually are just one layer against capillary, the blood system, and that's where gas exchange occurs. And then since we're in this pandemic of the coronavirus, so how does the coronavirus affect this gas exchange in people, and why is that such a huge event causing death in some people? So I would like for you to do that if you'd like. It's kind of a challenge activity. Also, this week I'm going to have two competitions. One is going to be they'll both be an email. One will be sent out Monday, and one will be sent out Tuesday. So keep an eye out for those emails from me, and whoever responds first with the right answer will get a candy bar delivered by Mrs. Reinhardt. So super excited for this week, and I hope you guys have a good week and you stay safe. Bye.